picking out my fro with my fist cone.
Hey, what's up, y'all, and welcome back to Bros Talk Football. As you know, we are the Bros. We're talking football. We just finished week 3 in the NFL, and we're gonna break it down for you. As you know, I'm John, DC Buckethead. Make It Wayne is my team. I'm gonna pass it to my left, your right.
Me. It's Boom It's Ace. Follow me on Instagram. My team name is The Golden Ticket. And we had a very good week this week. I don't know if I won or lost. You're going to have to stay tuned. Throw it over to my right.
What up, y'all? Dre Gothams. I'll be different, so you can put it up here. Follow me at Dre Gothams. Team Rocket is my squad. And unfortunately, Team Rocket had to blast off again.
Now that's blasting, and we are again!
We did not get the win this week. It was a big smackdown, but I'll get into that a little later. John?
Alright, y'all,
Where should we start?
So week 3, where should we start? Let's start with the QB injury bug. As you all know, Romo went down last week, as did Drew Brees. We have another injury this week to Big Ben Roethlisberger, that's right. And unfortunately, I have Big Ben, or had Big Ben. That guy's not Big Ben anymore.
Wait, you have the Bens? Isn't that like a weird...
You hear that a lot, huh, John? You don't have the Big Ben.
No, that's we're talking football, guys.
Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Who's hungry?
He's
Alright,
Little
cool.
Ben now.
Oh, okay. So, again, I had Big Ben. He went down. I had Lacey nursing his ankle injury. Going into Monday night, I did have the lead over the fellow bro, Ace. And I'll let him tell you how that went.
Well, you know, you go against 2 Green Bay Packers. You had 1 Green Bay Packer on your team, up by 23. Randall Cobb set to go. We have Mr. James Jones ready to go.
Jones. That guy's great.
Unfortunately, I had to put the beat down on the bro. Dre put the beat down on me last week. I had to beat down John.
Turn that, yep.
And I pulled out with a W, so
So
the
it sounds
golden
like
ticket.
the math you're saying is 2 Packers is greater than 1 Packer.
Yeah.
Is that
If
how
you
it
can
works?
get as much packing, you're winning.
Well, John's talking a lot about the D.
Oh, here we go.
winning.
No, man, that was y'all,
But
man.
I mean, it sounds like you're
no.
packing
Oh,
more
here we
D
go.
than he's packing.
Hey,
I mean, I don't know.
you're not the only one that says that. But my team looked okay. I had to pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick off the waiver wire just because of yeah, I had to choose a guy with a beard. Tony Romo's still going to be out for what, another 7 weeks, so
Long time.
it looks like it's between Fitzpatrick and Jameis Winston as far as my starting quarterback. I went with the beard.
Right.
Jimmy Graham decided to show up, or actually the Seattle offense decided to include him in this week's offense. The Graham Cracker.
But then what's going on with the exclusion? Marshawn Lynch, a lot of people, you know, #1 pick for you,
Yeah,
and for a
definitely.
lot of people out there, he still is not getting going, suffering from injuries. Like, is there any future coming with that?
Well, the beast mode is on airplane mode right now.
Bro, I've been here the whole time.
He's still saving energy, but apparently he had a hamstring issue. He was tight the first quarter, so a lot of fantasy owners were wondering why was Marshawn Lynch not playing in the first quarter. Apparently he was not loose enough, and he went in second quarter, ran it a couple of times, and pulled him off, and he didn't come back the second half. And I mean, I don't know if it's turmoil that's boiled down from last season, bringing it into this season.
Because they've had issues.
Yeah, they've had issues with Marshawn Lynch.
I wonder also though if they didn't need him. I mean, if the game was closer, it could have been a different story.
Very true,
But they're handling. You know, Bears couldn't do anything at all. That with Mr. Clausen and Forte having some decent runs.
Alshon Jeffrey
was still out. So I mean, and you know the Bennett brothers going at it. So no one wants to get hurt. So it could have been. That's another reason. Like let me give it a go. Marshawn was like, oh, you know what? I'm not feeling it. Let's. Sit on the bench.
True.
I also think I got lucky, winning against John, because he did mention that Big Ben went down. So that's his starting quarterback, Big Ben. So how did your team fare off with Big Ben going down? And losing to me, by the way.
I mean, take loss as we go. I'm still fine. I'm still leading our division. That's right. Big Ben went down. I still have 10 and chill, so I'm looking okay. Forte had to go against Seattle. They were pissed. so that didn't look very good. Greg Olsen blew up for me, and
Yeah, Taco Bell.
yeah, that guy talked about before the game, but that guy's great. Like I said, late season nursing an injury, so all in all, like my team was okay. Brandon Marshall again doing his thing, having a great year. I'm still looking for a second wideout.
Trying to get some backdoor pitches and stuff and laterals going. Brandon Marshall.
No man, leave him alone, man. Hey Brandon, keep doing you. But you know, luckily Fitzpatrick is well, all he had was Marshall. Decker went down, or he didn't play at all because he was hurt.
Fitzpatrick threw for like 58. He threw 58 times.
That's great.
58
It's great.
attempts.
And when he had
love
like 15 completions probably.
I think he had more interceptions than completions,
Yeah.
but
Hey man, he's a gunslinger. You know?
Yeah, that guy's great. So, you know, all in all, my team was okay. I think I broke 100 points, but barely broke out. No, I didn't break 100 points. So, you're not going to win if you don't break 100 points in this league with all the bonuses that we have. Knox, how did it
Yeah.
feel?
So you didn't break 100. If I played you, I would have won too. Unfortunately,
No, our luck would have been different.
Team Rocket lost. Sometimes you go up against a guy who just has a lot of great players coming out of nowhere. I scored the most points last week, so this is kind of karma, bringing me back down to peg. Went up against Steve Smith Sr., who blew up, went up against Arizona defense.
That's some good D.
Tons of points out of nowhere. Jamal Charles, to name a few. So it was rough. A few, things of note. Le'Veon Bell came back, so that was good to see. He had a solid game,
You rung the
but
bell.
Ben Roethlisberger going down. That's gonna, I think, hurt some of his production. Yes, they're gonna have to run more in the future. So for all the Le'Veon owners, you're gonna want to focus on that. But I think like their inability to pass the ball like they do with Big Ben, because he was having like the best 16-game stretch probably
Ever.
of any quarterback. Like that's gonna hurt a lot, and so it's gonna be interesting to see what I'm gonna have to do with that. Obviously, you're gonna play Le'Veon if you have Le'Veon, but that's kind of like what I was focusing on. LaShawn McCoy did alright. I think he had a receiving touchdown.
He didn't. They took him out.
But his yardage was not great, and the guy, his backup, mentioned from that handcuff. Carlos Williams had like 12 carries, 109 yards,
And a touchdown.
A touchdown. So.
it's not really good.
I don't know what I'm going to do with that. That's going to be an interesting situation. It's like one of these guys, you have to start the starter. But like I don't think they're good enough to play both of them. It's going to be a tough thing. You guys are going to have to focus on that.
Got this.
What's going on over there?
If you watch NFL Insiders, which I don't, there's reports that LaShawn McCoy is actually nursing an injury, and that's why he's not really playing
Oh yeah,
a
he's
lot.
been injured the whole time. Yeah.
No, exactly. But that's why he kind of took himself out of the game, and why he's like, okay, well, Carlos could come in and do his thing,
Mhm.
while I still kind of heal up.
Right.
So he tries to give it a go, but he knows himself. He knows he's not 100%.
Right.
So I don't think McCoy, at least now, is. Don't trade him. You could probably bench him, but in a couple of weeks, I think he's gonna come back to form.
So,
and
so
really
you
do his thing.
would think he's someone to have on the bench right now?
Depending
As
on
opposed
who
to-
your roster. I mean, if you're in a 12-man league, you're probably running thin, unless you're getting some nice waiver wire running backs. I would probably bench him. Just with my team alone, I have like 5 running backs.
Okay.
So
I mean, but
I'm
I
in
think
a
he still
tough
probably
spot.
outscored most of your running backs. He had, 40 yards, 30 yards receiving, and a touchdown. That's like, that in a game is, you can't.
Oh yeah, I mean he outscored my running backs this week,
Right,
but every other week I outscored him.
right. But
So-
Is anyone not weirded out that his name is Carlos with a K?
oh, the brother?
Yeah, I've never met a brother with a name Carlos.
Alright,
What
well,
does that
K?
mean? What does that mean, Ace?
well, then apparently
They
you
call
went
him
from the
Special
streets.
K?
Apparently you went from the streets, because from the streets, all the brothers named Carlos with a K.
He might be a blood because he's like, oh man, yo, my name's Carlos with a K.
Shout out to all my Carloses out there, stay up. But yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna sit LaShawn McCoy just yet, even though I guess there's word of him kind of nursing an injury. But every week that goes on, the player's gonna get healthier. So I'm gonna stick with him. I just gotta get more out of Eli Manning. Larry Fitzgerald is still playing amazing football. Before the Randall Cobb game, he was leading the league in touchdowns. I'm not sure how that changes. I think Cobb might have 5 to his 6. but that's kind of wild that Larry Fitzgerald is leading the league in touchdowns right now. He's playing well. Carson Palmer and him just have this connection, this rapport. So if he's on your roster or if someone that you want to try to trade for him, I definitely recommend that. Like,
What's also good with Arizona? They also have what?
They're beasts.
everything's good.
Everything's good.
Everything's good with
Arizona.
Arizona.
Great defense.
There it is, great D.
Carson Palmer is they got him 2 touchdowns. Carson Palmer's playing out of his mind. Floyd's solid.
They don't
Brown's
even need a
solid.
running back right now, huh?
Chris Johnson had 2 touchdowns and 110 yards. Chris Johnson.
Resurrected.
Chris Johnson. But you know that, they did play a weak San Francisco team, but they hammered. I mean, they did what they're supposed to do. You play a weak team, you give them the biz. So just some notables for me. Julio Jones is on record pace to break every record. He has 34 catches in 3 weeks. He already broke a record.
I think I called that when we started the season. I said I liked Julio Jones, number 1 wide receiver.
4 touchdowns and over.
2,000 yards.
He already has over 400 yards in 3 games.
That boy is good.
Yikes! And I mean, Antonio Brown is a close second. He had a 200-yard game.
But I think with Big Ben going down, I think that's gonna.
That's definitely gonna hurt Brown. Definitely gonna hurt Brown. But maybe it won't.
I think it will.
Another notable that I think John might not like
What
to
can
hear.
Brown do for you?
Derek Carr. Derek Carr from the Oakland Raiders
Sucks.
is looking really, really good.
John said,
Sucks.
John said never draft the Oakland Raider, right?
They suck. Wow. The Raiders suck. The coaches suck. The players suck. Everybody in that they suck. And I'm pissed off.
A decent quarterback.
They played the Browns.
A nice rookie.
Manziel.
Wide receiver. And you have a
Wait, did they
decent
beat
running back.
Baltimore too?
Baltimore's 0-3. Baltimore sucks.
Like a
Raiders
preseason,
caused them to be part
a
of
preseason
0-3.
choice for like maybe Super Bowl and stuff. Like I think the Raiders are real. Like Carr's playing with a lot of poise.
They're looking really good.
I think this is the thing of John just going off of his team bias and not looking at it out of an objective fantasy owner,
That's right.
which
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Which we know all of you guys are. You guys
Stay
want to
away
win.
from the Raiders. If you want to win, stay away from the Raiders. This is what you do. Just don't do it.
Or let us eat, and we'll beat you.
You guys can have all the Raiders you want. I wish you would play a Raider against me.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Jerry. You played a guy.
Okay,
who
I
started
played against
the
Raiders. Yeah,
and you
no,
lost.
exactly.
What happened when I played in week 1?
Exactly.
I won.
Oh.
That's what happens.
All right.
Done. Next subject.
So
What's the next
So I
subject?
guys never
D.
play.
You want to talk about D, John?
What?
Let's talk about the Arizona D. Any good defenses
Why
out
are you
there?
guys talking about D, Matt?
D.
Actually,
Thomas.
some notables. James Starks has been picked up a lot off of waiver wires. I don't know why, but he's been picked up a lot. Like you guys said, Derek Carr has been picked up a lot, actually.
Don't forget about Tyrod Taylor from Buffalo Bills.
Tyrod Taylor is a nice little quarterback, actually. Charles Clay, I'm sure, is available in a lot of leagues. He's a tight end. He was a stud in Miami for a couple years. I think Tyrod finally found something with him, so that's something to look at.
Yeah.
Any word knocks? Are you still fed up, mad about my LaShawn McCoy opinion?
No, man. I'm gonna ride with him. I'm gonna ride with him.
Ride or die.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like a player gets healthy each week. Like Randall Cobb, he was nursing injuries, and each week he gets better. T.Y. Hilton nursing injuries, but each week that they can play and not suffer setbacks, then that's them getting closer to being 100%. I did play T.Y. and Moncrief, and that one worked out pretty good. They both had 10 points. So hopefully they play a little better. It stems from Andrew Luck. But yeah, it's working out. Trying to think of people to pick up. Gurley, they couldn't get anything going, the Rams, so that's still kind of wait and see.
And they play Arizona next, so
It's probably a wait 2 weeks and see situation. Devontae Freeman, I'm sure we all saw, blew up crazy with like 40 points. It could be a random flash in the pan. He's very small. I know like the Falcons like Coleman a bit more, but this last game might change their minds. So a few people may want to pick him up. I wouldn't be so quick to pick him up. I think it could just be like a random one-game situation.
I think a very interesting player right now would be Joseph Randle, in my opinion.
Okay.
With Des Bryant out, Tony Romo out, Jason Witten's not 100% right now, so all they really have is Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley. Joseph
Lance
Randall.
Dunbar.
Yeah, I mean Joseph Randall was spoken highly, like he was going to do really well, you know, in the absence of DeMarco Murray. I think he's going to get a lot of work. So Joseph Randall, he is a great blocker. He catches and he knows how to run.
He did all of his damage in the first half, and then they didn't go to him after that, which is weird. But
Right.
70 yards or however much and 3 touchdowns in 1 half is pretty great.
It's amazing.
Um,
It's really good.
something to look at.
Absolutely, absolutely. And any notable games you're watching this week? Because I know which one I'm watching.
The Chicago Sky have finally...
Nothing, you know, nothing really pops off from my head. I think
Defense with the best Ds
Yeah.
going head to head.
St. Louis versus Arizona.
They're in Arizona.
2 big D's going at it. Can't wait to
In
see that.
Arizona.
Wherever they play at, it's going to be a battle of the D.
Which game are you looking at?
I'm looking at Mr. Matt Forte versus the World. He's been kind of quiet the past 2 weeks, and they're playing, I believe, Atlanta. Where's my phone? They're playing a weak run defense. I know that's gonna happen. Or did they play the Browns? I just remember I was looking at my Matt Forte projected points, and it was like 18, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell's going on? So that's something. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on. None of the bros are playing each other. This is gonna be an eventful week, guys.
Well, I'm gonna keep winning. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't know what you guys are gonna do. I'm gonna keep winning. I'm gonna see if I can try to pick up Derek Carr, Tyrod Taylor if they're still available. I'm not satisfied with my quarterback situation since Tony Romo's out. Jameis Winston did put up about 16 points.
Oh, yeah, he's a nice little...
It's mediocre. I'm hoping that Marshawn Lynch does pan out. Hopefully everything works out for him, because other than Marshawn, I do have Carlos Hyde, and he's been hiding. They've been down.
He's been Mr. Jekyll?
Yeah, he's been hiding.
Dr. Jekyll?
They've been down since the first quarter, so there's no need to run.
Yep.
So Carlos Hyde is, not even a factor. And if I have those 2 running backs out, I have Doug Martin. So my running back situation is not looking all that great.
Not looking good at all. I'll trade you Arian Foster.
Okay, well, there you go.
I need a wide receiver.
We can talk about that. Off
Potential trade.
Who knows? Who knows? And off the record, the Godfather is still 3-0. I think he's the only undefeated person in our league.
Yeah,
So.
we do have another 4th bro who's a little camera shy. If you want to go back in DreamCloud videos, he's the one that reviewed the Avatar.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, yeah.
Hi, that guy.
Hi, welcome back. My name is Jober. This is John.
He's 3-0, and I believe it's the curse, not even the curse, but the luck of beginner's luck. And he's, for his first season playing fantasy football, and he's beasting. He has Odell Beckham Jr., Antonio Brown. He has Russell Wilson, Carson Palmer. I think I know his roster better than mine, because it's a nice looking roster.
Yeah,
so.
because
It's a scary
we all
roster.
keep looking at it like
Yeah.
that. How can we trade with him?
We're all pretty scared to play him.
we
Man.
try?
I think
I'm not
John,
scared to play him.
John
I
has
wish
him
he
first.
would try to play me.
Yeah.
I wish he
His
would
D
try
is
to
really
play me.
good too.
I bet it is. At least you would know that, huh?
Yep.
Nah, man, I got Green Bay defense. We're fine. Packs. Let's do it.
They did okay today. I mean,
You did okay.
They had, 28 points scored against them.
Yeah,
So
not
what?
bad, not bad.
So what? So what? They're great. They're great. And with that being said, Knox, do you have anything else to add on?
Team Rocket's got to find some. I think we're gonna get our Magikarp and try to evolve that, into a big BC, Gyarados, and then. Maybe
And on that
sure
note,
it's
I thought you were gonna do some inappropriate joke like, we're gonna bring this
Head's
video.
always in the gutter.
We're gonna bring this video to an end. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Don't listen to anything related to Raiders, so ignore these 2 gentlemen. And we'll see you next week.